Continuing on with the Clone Wars and the Obi-Wan Undercover arc, I hopped on over to the next episode on the list, Season 4, Episode 18, Crisis on Naboo. So, Dooku's clan of bounty hunters has been selected for the operation against Chancellor Palpatine. The crew heads to Naboo, where their plan will unfold. We open up on Mace Windu briefing his fellow Jedi. This was like a Secret Service briefing almost. They've plotted the Chancellor's route down the road. They have armed sentries at choke points. They are trying to contain the area the best they can against any perceived threats. They are trying to prevent anything from happening. Not only that, presence of power serves as an important role as a deterrent for anyone looking to cause harm. You flood the area with your troops, your cops, or security forces, and then you kind of flex. Yoda has a line that I love in this episode. With complacency comes vulnerability. There's a lot of wisdom in that statement. When you're complacent, especially if your job is to deter and protect, that complacency can often weaken your defenses and poke holes in your plan. You just get a little too used to things, you get a little too lackadaisical and relaxed, and then something happens and you're not ready. We cut to the team of bounty hunters making their way inside to hatch the plan. They kill some maintenance workers and infiltrate. Cad Bane briefs everyone on their role in the plot. Everyone has their own specific job, kind of a little Ocean's 11 assignment scene. All of the bounty hunters are outfitted with a set of hologram armor meant to disguise them as Senate guards. This is a pretty neat little piece of technology, a cool concept, a dangerous but useful piece of technology, and holy shit, imagine this being real. Imagine you could just put on a hologram over your actual body and impersonate anyone. The world would be absolute chaos. You'd think that this tech would kind of run rampant in the Star Wars universe. So we cut to Chancellor Palpatine in the middle of a courtyard where he'll begin the Festival of Light. Anakin says he believes attack is imminent. He assigns Ahsoka as Padme's personal bodyguard. Hardeen, aka Obi-Wan, has been assigned the sniper role in this bounty hunter team. He takes position in a tower window. He's able to communicate with Windu and tells him the entire plot. It's kind of the eyes and ears. We cut to Palpatine giving his Festival of Light speech. A large ray shield pops up around him and the immediate spectators. This episode already has some of the best tension in the show that I've seen so far. The plot is unfolding. Dooku has a mole in the ranks in Hardeen and Obi-Wan. The Jedi are on high alert. Precautions have been taken, but we know that something is about to pop off. The calm before the storm. Palpatine ignites a fireworks display. One of the bounty hunters destroys the shield generator that was protecting the Chancellor. Two of the bounty hunters disguised as Senate guards put a hologram on the Chancellor himself, which disguises him as a Senate guard. And then one of the bounty hunters changes his own appearance to look like the Chancellor in order to kind of distract for a few seconds. I loved this bait and switch. It caught me off guard. When the bounty hunter started punching Anakin, for whatever reason I legitimately thought it was Palpatine punching Anakin. I don't know why I thought that. The show did a really good job baiting and switching me too. I thought this was a really clever moment. It tricked everyone, even Obi-Wan, who was the eyes and ears of the Jedi's plan to protect. He was fooled as well. So we see Moralo Eval and Cad Bane fly away with the Chancellor. Obi-Wan gives chase. He catches up to him. Dooku was supposed to meet them at this rendezvous point, but he's a no-show. Obi-Wan tells Cad Bane that the Chancellor is coming with him, and they get into a little scuffle. Mace Windu and Anakin show up, they kind of save the day, and they put Bane and Moralo into custody. I like this moment. It was small and kind of clumsy. There wasn't some giant battle, some big fight, some huge spectacle, just two bounty hunters fighting over their bounty. Or at least that's what Bane assumed at first. It was small in scale, a little fight. The plot against the Chancellor was ultimately foiled. Anakin feels betrayed when he talks to Obi-Wan. He's angry and confused about the Jedi Council not trusting him. Obi-Wan tells Anakin that it was his decision to keep Anakin in the dark. This seems to anger Anakin even further. He wonders how many other lies he's been told. This arc, more than any other so far, seems to be the big turning point in Anakin's mind, where his worldview and trust in others will begin to warp. While him being in the dark was probably the best course of action for the overall mission, Anakin certainly won't see it that way. I think the show at this moment is starting to drop the breadcrumbs that will lead to Anakin's inevitable turn. Because of that, I don't know if I've ever been more excited to continue watching the Clone Wars. So Obi-Wan decides to stay in disguise to check one last thing. It turns out that there was a microphone inside of Obi-Wan's rifle case. So Dooku was listening the entire time Obi-Wan was talking to Mace Windu from his sniper perch. We see Anakin and Palpatine talking to one another. Palpatine is once again stoking the fire, playing the nice guy, while planting ideas in Anakin's head, deceiving him, kind of playing dumb, using the situation to his advantage. This relationship is slowly becoming my favorite in the show, just to see the inevitable begin to take shape. So Anakin and Palpatine walk into a room and Dooku is standing there waiting for him. They get into probably what is the best lightsaber fight of the show so far. Dooku seems to be toying with Anakin, one hand behind his back. I know that's his fighting style, but it just looks like he's always toying with his opponent. He's playing defense, throwing objects at Anakin. Like I said, I think this is the best lightsaber fight in the show so far. It's grounded, the lightsabers felt heavy, no one was flipping, no one was bouncing around like a beach ball. They are advanced swordsmen attacking and defending. I thought it was great. So Obi-Wan shows up, grabs the Chancellor, gets him out of harm's way, and Dooku, the villain of the week, is able to escape once again. I really loved this arc. It was different. It was unique and creative. The low point of the arc for me was the box episode. That felt out of place. But this episode really sealed the deal. It's one of my favorite arcs. Seeing the bounty hunters Cad Bane, the plan against the Chancellor and the plan to protect the Chancellor, the betrayal that Anakin is feeling and Palpatine and Anakin's friendship slowly turning into exactly what Palpatine wants. He wants loyalty. So I'm extremely excited to see where all of this leads. On to the next arc. Hello Greedo, out.